We're going to talk just about these three different types of functions in this video. So we're going to talk about injective, surjective, and bijective. So these are some of the only kind of definitions that you need to know for the maths course. So they're just like, you need to know what an injective function is, what a surjective function is, what a bijective function is, and how to tell basically if a function is injective, surjective, or bijective. So it's only a small little thing you need to learn off. It's not super important, but again, if it does come up, it's easy marks, so you should learn them off. So injective I'll start with anyway. So they're all different types of functions. Injective, and the way to test if something is injective is with a thing called the horizontal line test. So horizontal line test. So there's our axis. We're gonna have that there, which is an x cubed function. Okay, so it's something in x cubed, and then our horizontal line, we will pick this red one here. Okay, so any horizontal line, and that's where it hits it. The rule is for the horizontal line test. Okay, so I'm going to write this out. I'll actually pause it and write it out quicker. So there, I just scribbled it out. So the definition for an injective function, if you use the horizontal line test, and if the horizontal line only hits once, that means it's injective. Okay, so basically it means that for every value of x, there's a unique value of y. For every input, there's a unique output. Okay, so that's it in words, but the easiest way is you're doing a horizontal line test if it only hits once. Okay, so the next one then is surjective. So I'll go green for surjective. So then we're going to say surjective. Again, I'm going to draw. So it's another horizontal line test. So this one I will do a cubic again. It's going to be more like this one. And then our red one, or I'll go purple. Our purple horizontal line. So again, it's a horizontal line test for surjective as well. There's going to be 3 points there where that hits. And the definition is, let me pause it. So there, I've just scribbled it out. So if a horizontal line hits at least once, that means the function is surjective. Okay, so in this case here, a horizontal line hits the curve at 3 different points, or hits the function at 3 different points. So that means that it's surjective because it hits it more than once. So for example, this is also surjective because the horizontal line would hit the curve at least once. However, this would not be injective because a horizontal line here would hit it more than once. And then the definition for injective is if a horizontal line only hits once. So again, they're kind of really tiny nitty-gritty differences. They're not super important in the grand scheme of things, but if they do ask them, you should know them. Basically, just these brief little definitions. It's probably one of the least important things on the course, in my opinion. I'm sure other people would have other opinions, but I always find them a little bit silly. But anyway, you do need to learn them off because they can ask them. So you have to do what the examiner says. The last thing then we have to talk about is bijective. So I'll just go, so then I'll say bijective. That means it's both injective, so it's just getting messy now, but it doesn't really matter. Both injective and surjective. Okay, so something like this would be bijective because it's surjective and injective. Horizontal line only hits once, and it hits at least once, so it ticks both these boxes. That means it's bijective, and this would not be bijective because it's surjective, but again not injective for the reason I explained earlier, that a horizontal line would hit it more than once, yeah, because it hits it at these 3 points. Yeah, so it's not bijective. And I guess one other thing I'll just say is that if they ever do ask you for f of x is equal to x squared, so that's a function that's not either. So I'm not going to write it all out, but it's not injective or surjective, and it's also not bijective. Okay, yeah, the reason being, I'll just scribble that out quickly as well. So say that's our curve there. So a horizontal line could hit it at least once, yeah, so it wouldn't be injective definitely, because if any horizontal line did hit it, that it would hit it more than once. It could be surjective, except for the case that the horizontal line misses it. Okay, so it's also not surjective. So just one small little thing, that's all you really need to know about surjective, injective, and bijective functions. Small little annoying thing to learn off, and that's really all there is about functions. After that, it's practicing exam questions with functions. Yeah, where they kind of mix other topics in as well. So that's all about exam practice. You can't learn those from videos. So I hope you enjoyed this quick one on functions, and we'll see you in the next topic.